boom boom, the only warlock build you will need this season. This build just incorporates everything with fantastic synergy. So we're taking advantage of the exotic armor piece STARFIRE protocol and combining that with our subclass and fusion nades. So with this build we are using the exotic perk fusion harness. Fusion grenades have an additional charge, which is nice. However, the perk recharges from empowerment weapon damage. Fusion grenade kills grant rift energy. So if we get a kill with our grenade, we get a rift back. So the cycle goes, we get a kill, we get our rift, we pop our rift, we can get our grenade back, and so on and so forth. So what we do with this is we want a gun with tick damage. There's plenty of guns that do this. The best one though is our Anarchy. For anyone who has this, you fire 2 shots of Anarchy, ideally one on the floor and one into a main boss, and you can pop an empowerment rift or your well, and you're doing tick damage while you chuck fusion nades at the boss. This alone will do fantastic damage. You can then add to this damage by also your snap melee. This makes you radiant when you're running the right fragments and increasing the damage by 25%. Okay, so the build. You must have an empowerment rift. This works for the synergy. Any type of jump that you prefer. The snap is required. This enables you to make yourself radiant and also applies rift scorch. And again, fusion nades are also required. Touch of flame, if we look down, makes our fusion nades explode twice. Explosion twice obviously extends and gives more damage. Here, a bit of a choice. You can have Icarus Dash or Touch of Flame. Personal choice. For me, I like the movability that Icarus Dash does give. Now, with our fragments, Ember of Torches, your powered melee attack against combatants makes you and nearby allies radiant. So this is where our finger snap does make all of you and anyone else in your fire team who's close radiant, increasing the damage by 25%. Ember of Char, your solar ignitions and scorches spread to affected targets. So this will give you a much bigger damage radius. Ember of Imperium is not essential. However, I do much prefer this to others. Solar weapons and ability final blows extend the duration of restoration and radiant. So if we get a kill with our grenade, or indeed our energy weapon if it is solar, we're extending radiant and restoration every time we pop our rift, because we're running certain things in our subclass, we're getting restoration. And our final fragment is Ember of Solace. Radiant and restoration effects applied have an increased duration. So this gives us a bit more time with that at base. So the mods that we have on in our helmet, it's a solar helmet, enables us to have ashes to assets, getting our grenade energy back faster. We can have an ammo finder in here and a well of ordnance. Got elemental ordnance here, giving us more wells in our chest. Explosive well maker. This one is where we're going to get most of our wells from because there is so many explosions. Bountiful wells on our legs, but it's our class item where most of our gear is. Classy Restoration is our survivability mod. Every time we pop a rift, we're getting 10 seconds minimum of Classy Restoration. This basically makes you unkillable. Every time we get a grenade kill, or we get a kill using our energy weapon, we extend this duration, basically resetting it. Okay, Solar Fulmination. your ammunition's doing increased damage and increase the radius. Basically, making our grenades on steroids yet again, along with the touch of flame. You can run anything you like in the kinetic slot. I prefer the blinding nades, and the chill clip nades just helps with ad clear. And the incandescent from the Catalyst Mini tool just makes this an absolute top pick. The Drang also has this fantastic picks here. Okay guys, next we're going to show you the build in action. If you don't have Anarchy, other top picks for this would be the Witherhoard, because again it's tick damage over time when you're not having to use the gun. This is what makes these guns fantastic. You can fire and then switch off them, so you can be throwing your grenades. You're not having to be shooting all the time. Other guns or bows that can be used are the Monarch. Again, it does tick damage. Pawn or the Osteostrigger. Things that do damage over time, applying you back grenade energy. The base of this build is your resilience. You're wanting a resilience up at 100. If you can, then discipline at 100. Everything else is not essential. Recovery would be the next one I'd load into, but it's not essential. You're just killing that thing so fast that doesn't really matter too much. Okay guys, thank you. Here is the build in action. Okay, 2 grenades, boss dead. We'll see here now, there's lots of trash ads up there. So, ad clearing, amazing fire as well. Fortunately that hit the shield of one of the ads. Put the nest down, put the nades. And in the rift. Let's piece ourselves round here. See the damage caused there by the nades. It's quite frankly ridiculous. These are huge 1590 champions. Type you're going to get in the GMs. 2 9s are just getting rid of them. you go. 2 nades again. 1 staggered. Just on. Bearing in mind also, at that point I wasn't radiant, so we still got extra damage for these nades can actually cause as well. So I didn't have my rift out there. This time I did, and I've got my rift back, got my well back. When you're getting rushed, there's absolutely nothing wrong with backing off. Not being able to stand in the well there was an issue. Didn't get things back in time. But we'll wait for the rift and we'll demonstrate this on the boss. You can see there, every time we get a tick of damage, he just disappears. Flawless master lost sector solo. If you stayed this far, thank you very much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoy this build. I hope it makes things a lot easier for you this season. Please don't forget to like the build and drop us a comment. Let us know how you get on with the build. Thanks so much, guys.